Good morning. I have here chocolate. Who doesn't love chocolate? I like Hershey's and Dove myself. This is the Chocolate Plus. It is a MIDI, a wireless MIDI controller. Now I'm not going to worry about the wireless part today, but I want to see if I can use this to control S gear in my computer, Scuffham S gear, which I love. Let's pretend like this is the first time I've opened the box and see what we have. We have a MIDI cable, looks like USB-C. Instructions. They have to be kidding. They have to be kidding. If you can read that, you're a better man than me, Gunga Din. I do have a microscope though, but we never read directions anyway. Looking at this thing, it's kind of impressive looking. It's got a nice metal housing. Switches feel good. For like, I forget what it was, $50, $60? It was less, well less than $100. 4 switches. It's got a little display of some sort. It's got a switch that says U, O, and H. U makes the thing come on. Maybe U stands for on. H also makes the thing come on, but it's blinking, so I have no idea what that's all about. We'll see. There is a little LED here that looks like it has a Wi-Fi symbol or something, maybe Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, I don't know. And that's definitely a Wi-Fi symbol over here on this LED. It's from a company called M-Wave. It's got a USB-C port that says USB. It has a USB-A port, it looks like, that says host. Got me. And a little 1/8 inch for pedal. I guess maybe that's an expression pedal, but it feels really solid. Let's see if I can figure out how to hook this up to S gear, Scuffham S gear, easily without having to get a magnifying glass or a microscope to read those silly instructions. So let's see what it'll do. The first thing I discovered about this little chocolate bar is that it does absolutely nothing out of the box. It has to be programmed. And the only way I could figure out how to program it, and I believe maybe the only way you can program it, is through Bluetooth. So the first thing you have to do is connect this to your phone or some other Bluetooth device so that you can use a certain app to program it. Now you connect this thing to Bluetooth the same way you'd connect anything else. I'm using an iPhone, so I have Bluetooth enabled, and this thing is called a Foot Control Plus. Let me turn it on. And there it is, Foot Control Plus. I've got it connected to Bluetooth. Now the app you use is called Cube Suite, and you can download it. And when it comes up, you can scan for nearby devices. And there is the Foot Control Plus, and it's pretty easy to program. I've already been through it. And A, B, C, D here, well, first of all, on this list that comes up, you're probably going to want this advanced custom mode to program the device. Here are the switches, A, B, C, and D. Okay, I found it easiest to program the pedal via Bluetooth first. And what I wanted to do in S gear, I wanted 3 presets, and I wanted to be able to turn the tremolo on and off. So let's look at the Foot Control Plus, how I programmed that. First off, we're in advanced custom mode. I am in current group 1. And if I look at switch A, the mode is single step. In other words, that's momentary. I have it set for channel 10. I have program change. And program change, I found out on this, will just call up whatever preset number you have. So the 2 presets I want are 10 and 11. And I think number 3 might be the other one. So I have switch A, switch number 1, A set to data 10. That means it's going to call up preset number 10, as I'll show you in a moment. Okay. I have B, however, switch B set up for the tremolo. It's still just a momentary button. I'm on bank 1, I'm on channel 10, and it's a CC command. And I just picked channel 12 at random, and 127 turns it on. So you notice I have CC here, I have data 12, data 2 is 127. That will turn the tremolo on and off. Okay, going back here to switch C, it's a program change again, so it's going to call up a preset. It's also on channel 10, as everything else is. It's going to call up preset number 3, as I will demonstrate with the pedal. And if I go to switch D, it will call up preset number 11. Program change calls up presets. So there's how I have this programmed. And let's see what it does. So here we are this is the S-Gear standalone. And there were a couple things I discovered to get this to work. Chocolate will send MIDI program change and control change information over a wire from the USB-C port on the thing. But to make sure that that works, you need to go to File up here, Audio Driver Configuration, and then there's a MIDI tab, and you have to make sure that the Foot Control Plus shows up here and that it is turned on. Now, if you have any other MIDI device running on your computer, you can't turn this thing on. It seems that it only wants to work with one device at a time. I'm only using the input. I'm not sending anything out from that. So I do have it turned on. Make sure that's turned on. Okay. Also, under Config, we want to make sure we have our MIDI channel set to what we're going to program. I've chosen channel 10. You want to make sure that S-Gear is set for channel 10. Then when we go to here, for example, I don't know, I didn't have to do anything with the program change. If I press any of the buttons on this thing, if I press button D, it goes to program 11. If I press button C, it goes to 3. If I press button A, it goes to my preset number 10, just like I had them programmed. And I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to tell it to learn or whatever. Okay. So I have my presets working. And now I want to get B to work. Switch B on here. I'm going to select the parameter, which is amp A, tremolo enable. There it is, tremolo enable. Now, I've tried using the learn button on this. I'm going to turn this off for the moment, and it seems that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. That time it didn't call anything up, so I've just set it manually. I have it set for CC controller 12. Okay. And now when I turn it on, you can see the tremolo is being enabled. Oops, I still have this latching. I need this to be on momentary. Okay, now I have the tremolo at button B on and off. So pretty much the program changes with this chocolate. I didn't have to do any of this stuff. The learn button I had mixed success with in S-Gear, but manually programming it worked fine. And there it is. I've got my presets. I've got my tremolo on and off, and that's all in bank 1. I could go up to bank 2 and have other presets or other CC things and so forth. And it is working just through wire. I'm not using Bluetooth. I imagine I can get it to work with Bluetooth if my computer had Bluetooth. Now I'm looking at the plugin in Pro Tools, and I do have a bit of a mystery. In the Pro Tools plugin for S-Gear, there's no MIDI tab. So there's no way to configure MIDI. If I go to the config, there again, there's no, you can't set a MIDI channel or anything.
So I'm not sure what the reasoning for that is. And if I go to Pro Tools Setup and go to MIDI input devices, you can see that the Foot Control Plus is listed and it is enabled, but I can't figure out how to control that from, the plugin in Pro Tools. So I'll have to research that a bit. If somebody has an answer for that, I'd appreciate you letting me know. I think I understand what the switch, the U, the O, and the H are on that switch. I think that just tells you which output you're using. U would be USB, H would be host, and O, I think, stands for off. That's what I think anyway. Now, another thing I discovered on the internet is if you're using this wire directly, I'm using it through the USB port with a USB-C to USB-A cable, and you're not using Bluetooth, you can turn the Bluetooth off on this thing by holding the B and C buttons down. And now Bluetooth is turned off, but everything will still work. Your presets will work. Everything will work just through the wire rather than through Bluetooth. So if you're going to have it hardwired and you don't need Bluetooth, you can turn the Bluetooth off. If you want the Bluetooth back on, you just hold B and C again and Bluetooth will come back on, and then you can use it wirelessly. I will be looking at that wirelessly as soon as I get my Bluetooth adapter. Alrighty, thanks for watching again.